The timing belt, the direct link between the camshaft and the crankshaft, causing that choreographed dance we all call the four-stroke cycle. Welcome to this AMSOIL Tech Tip. We're talking about timing belts. Where do we start? Well, right here on our graphic. This is a dual overhead cam engine. So what's going on is you have a camshaft on each bank up there. You see them at the top. Those are the camshaft sprockets. You have an idler pulley up there, and then we come over to an interesting piece there called a water pump. Yes, a water pump can be driven by the timing belt. That's huge because water pumps and timing belts, well, they don't get along. So if you ever have a leak, you want to replace the whole system. Come down through the crankshaft sprocket and then over to the tensioner. Another tech tip for you, that tensioner, well, that's an oil-driven tensioner. So you want to make sure that's in good shape, and you want to make sure you use a great product like AMSOIL when you have oil pressure tensioners to make sure your pressure is going to stay on. I told you a minute ago, you actually have a timing belt driven water pump. So when you're in there, you want to do a timing belt as a set. Just don't replace a timing belt. Go ahead and replace the water pump, replace the idler pulley, and replace the tensioner. You're in there, it's a huge job. You might as well knock it all out. Now, if you're going to do that job, you have to know where the actual timing marks are. Look in your service manual. You have different timing marks for different engines, engine configurations. Timing can be difficult, but as long as you mark it up and you get it all right, you're not going to have a problem. As a matter of fact, we did a simple one here. I'll give you a look at it, but please follow your manufacturer's specification. Everyone's a bit different. You can see the crankshaft pulley down there. You have to make sure that mark's lined up, no matter where it is. Then you can take your timing belt. This one actually is water pump driven as well. There's the tensioner, and then you want to take your camshaft and you want to make sure that's lined up as well, no matter where it is. Once we get all that lined up in there, then you can go back and you can tension it. Make sure that you got the right and proper tension on it. Again, follow your service manual information. The most important part of the job is when you're done, make sure you turn that crankshaft by hand, 720 degrees, one whole four-stroke cycle. Why? To make sure it's in time, because you can bend a valve, you can have a problem. Matter of fact, timing belts cause catastrophic engine damage. You can see this right here. I actually got a hole in the piston end. That's not good. But lack of lubrication, ooh, that's even worse, man. You guys build an oil that's going to help prevent that.
We build a whole pile of oils that'll help that, actually. Catastrophic damage will occur almost instantly if you run yourself out of oil or if your oil fails. A lot of times what we'll see, though, is you don't check your oil. The oil tends to run low. That's making a whole lot of work for a small amount of oil, especially with some of these four-quart sumps.
Yeah, because you got, what, 3 quarts of oil instead of 4 doing the same job.
Right, and so what you need there is quality product. Number one, check your oil. But quality product is key. Really good, strong base oils, the proper amounts of additives, just your general high-quality synthetic, such as the ones that we build.
And not to mention all the actual technology that's built into the engines that's oil-driven. So you know broken timing belts now can cause catastrophic engine damage, and lack of lubrication will. So a good insurance policy is just go to AMSOIL.com. You know you're getting a proven and tested product where you're not going to have any of these problems.